Crikey! Did you know that Australia Day, celebrated on the 26th of January each year, wasn't always a national holiday? In fact, it wasn't until 1994 that all states and territories began to celebrate this day uniformly. Now that's a Barbie stopper. Welcome, dear viewer, to a journey through time as we explore the history and current celebrations of Australia Day, the official National Day of Australia. Picture this. The year is 1788. On January 26th, the first fleet of British ships arrived at Port Jackson, New South Wales. Led by Captain Arthur Phillip, this marked the raising of the Union Jack at Sydney Cove and the proclamation of British sovereignty over the eastern seaboard of Australia. This event was the seed from which Australia Day would eventually grow. Fast forward to the early 20th century. The day, then known as Foundation Day, was celebrated in different ways across the vast expanse of the continent. It was a patchwork quilt of commemorations, horse races in Sydney, regattas in Tasmania, and even a Wild West show in Perth. It wasn't until the bicentennial year of 1988 that Australia Day became a national public holiday. The day was marked with tall ships in Sydney Harbour, a reenactment of the First Fleet's arrival, and nationwide festivities. But Australia Day isn't just about history. It's a day of reflection, celebration, and community. Across the country, you'll find citizenship ceremonies, community awards, and family-friendly events. From Sydney to Perth, Melbourne to Darwin, Australians celebrate their diverse culture, rich history, and show their national pride. Nowadays, the Australia Day celebrations reflect the nation's diversity. Indigenous ceremonies like the Wog and Magul morning ceremony in Sydney, the vibrant Australia Day parade in Melbourne, and the Skyworks fireworks show in Perth paint a picture of a nation that celebrates its multicultural identity. However, Australia Day isn't without controversy. For many Indigenous Australians, the day is a reminder of the adverse impact of British settlement. Some refer to it as Invasion Day or Survival Day, marking it as a day of mourning. The debate about changing the date of Australia Day continues to be a hot topic in the land down under. In summary, Australia Day, celebrated on January 26th, has a history that stretches back over 2 centuries. It has evolved from a colonial commemoration to a nationwide celebration, reflecting the country's diverse culture and history. Yet, it's also a day that sparks debate and reflection about Australia's past and future. From the arrival of the First Fleet to the fireworks that light up the Australian sky today, Australia Day is a complex and multifaceted part of Australian identity. It's a day of celebration, reflection, and ongoing conversation about what it means to be Australian. So, the next time you're enjoying a snag on the barbie or watching the fireworks on Australia Day, remember the long and winding road that led to the celebrations we know today. It's a story as diverse and vibrant as the country itself. And there you have it, mates. A glimpse into the history and current celebrations of Australia Day. Whether you're an Aussie yourself or just a curious onlooker, understanding Australia Day gives us an insight into this unique and fascinating country. So, to all of you out there, here's to Australia, a country that's never dull, always down for a good time, and forever proud of its roots.